Welcome back, guys. Today on Rolling with Carlos, we're going to go ahead and cover the general manager position that a lot of universities are doing for football and what the general manager will cover for the University of Florida. The general manager position at the University of Florida will cover basically, it's going to be an administrative role where they'll cover the salary cap. You heard me correctly, the salary cap and the financial obligations towards the student athletes as when they negotiate contracts. That's what they're basically going to cover. Currently, several schools have already hired GMs. One prominent GM that was hired already at another school was Stanford has hired the former standout quarterback Andrew Luck as their GM. Currently, the Gators have 4 candidates for their GM positions, and the AD, Scott Strickland, along with head football coach Billy Napier, are the ones interviewing for the open GM position at the University of Florida. From what we expect, the GM is going to communicate with the AD and the head coach. The GM currently, as it stands, will only be for football. Who knows if they extend it in the future for all college sports, because the NCAA put a rule that will start in terms of a salary cap for college football. It will start this year, July 25th, 2025. The salary cap for college football will start. So in terms of GM candidates at the University of Florida have interviewed so far as having a professional experience with the NFL teams in the past. And I'll tell you my thoughts after I tell you who the candidates are. First candidate is David Caldwell, former general manager for the Jacksonville Jaguars, who worked for the Philadelphia Eagles since 2021. Matt Lindsay, current general manager of Ole Miss, who worked in scouting for the Eagles from 2013 to 2014. Nick Polk, former director of football operations for the Atlanta Falcons for 17 seasons. Rick Mueller, current director of player personnel for the UFLs. The candidates all have experience working with Howie Roseman, the general manager of the Philadelphia Eagles and a University of Florida grad. The Gators are trying to make their football program more like an NFL organization. And like I said, they've already interviewed these 4. A dark horse candidate that people want to be the general manager at the University of Florida is Urban Meyer. Guys, that's not going to happen because the 4 names I just read off are the 4 finalists for that position. My least favorite candidate from this list is Nick Polk. The 2 top candidates, in my opinion, for this position should be David Caldwell and Rick Mueller. Rick Mueller being my favorite. I heard earlier today and read earlier today in an article stating that Nick Polk might be the favorite to land the job. We'll see what happens. But again, my favorite for the University of Florida general manager position of football operations is Rick Mueller in terms of the administrative functions. That will take away pressure from Billy Napier having to deal with contracts with Florida Victorious and that side of the football operations. If and when the University of Florida does hire their general manager, and this, in my opinion, will be the first big hire of the 2025 football offseason as they look to hire a general manager. I'm going to read to you an article of some information so you guys can see the full information that I went over. And then down below. Leave me your thoughts. Who should be the first general manager in Florida history of the four names I read out to you? The Florida Gators are taking the next steps to making its football program a more NFL-style organization. Athletic director Scott Strickland, along with head coach Billy Napier and other staff members last week, reportedly have interviewed 4 candidates for the program's open general manager position. The Orlando Sentinel's Edgar Thompson first reported the news with the list of candidates, all of which have NFL experience. The group of candidates consists of former Jacksonville Jaguars GM David Caldwell, which I previously mentioned, current Ole Miss GM Matt Lindsay, former Atlanta Falcons longtime director of football operations, Nick Polk, and current director of player personnel for the UFL's Arlington Renegade, Rick Mueller. Rick Mueller also has past experience in the NFL. I don't know why they're not mentioning that, but he does have. Caldwell, Lindsay, and Mueller each have worked for current Philadelphia Eagles GM Howie Roseman, a UF graduate, with Caldwell currently working with the organization as a personnel executive. Lindsay previously worked under Roseman in the scouting department from 2013 to 2014, while Mueller worked with the Eagles from 2012 to 2016. UF is expected to make a decision this month, which comes in the midst of the impending assistant coaching contracts expiring on January 31st. In November, Napier explained how the general manager could help navigate upcoming changes to the football atmosphere, with the NCAA enacting roster cuts and revenue sharing model that comes into effect this summer. I think that it's a big factor to have a general manager in place, said Billy Napier. Guys, leave me your thoughts down below. As you see, college football is changing, and it's going to look more like the NFL. Leave me your thoughts down below, and if you've seen the whole video, write the word Gators down below, and let me know what you think of the changes coming to college football. The GM is the first step. The college football playoffs are going to see changes. The GM rules and the salary cap take effect July 25th, 2025. But again, you won't see it really start affecting it till 2 or 3 years down the road. Leave me your thoughts down below, guys. Also, remember to like, share, and subscribe so we can grow the Rolling with Carlos family. Also, if you like custom cups, custom candles, and keychains, check my website out at rollingwithcarlos.com. You have a great day. Take care. Peace.